A very, very good evening, everybody, and welcome along to Hedge Racing. We are here for race 12 in the circuit Paul Ricard in France. Apologies for the little bit of a delay. I accidentally streamed on Twitch and not YouTube, and I don't even use Twitch. It was a mistake by myself. Bit of a stupid moment. But we should be live. We should be good to go. Somebody, as always, can let me know very quickly that the stream's okay. That'd be superb. I'm joined alongside Caps Limit, my David Croft of the team. And we are here for what should be a superb bit of racing ahead of Monaco tomorrow. It's another interesting weekend ahead, and hopefully we've 17 on the grid and we've 2 more to join. Hopefully we're on for superb numbers yet again, and hopefully it can be a great race. Welcome, Limmy.
Thank you. Yes, 2 circuits that are incredibly close to each other. 2 of the closest that you'll ever get to 2 different circuits in 2 different countries. Technically, Monaco is a principality, which we have tomorrow night. Very much looking forward to it. But France, I personally love. Very, very excited. I think it's great for online racing. Maybe not so much in the real world, but for online racing, it has a bit of everything. And the good thing about this track is that it's a very wide track, so if you do have an accident or an incident, chances are you probably won't get too much damage from a wall. You're probably going to be able to recover it and crack on, having maybe lost a few places, but you definitely won't have severe damage unless you literally bank it at 200 miles an hour and have a mare. I've been told it is a fully dry weekend, shall we say, in France, so that should bring some very fast pace, good overtaking performances from drivers who want to do well.
Well, nail on the head, Limmy. If you can go on my stream, Limmy, very quickly and let me know it's okay. And I always like to make sure before we start. I don't want to start talking and it doesn't work. You know what mine's like now and then. So if you could check that it looks, sounds okay. Right, we are here in France as Jake Smith, the new McLaren driver, goes very, very wide there. I'm going to run through a few things with you, as I normally do. I've been told by a few of the drivers it's a clear weather for both qualifying and the race. Beautiful sunshine in the southeast of France, which is nice because last year, I believe there was a bit of rain as Jane Nero sets a fast lap of 1:28.6. Now this was the only track out of every single race we did in Edge Racing last season that had no safety car or no VSC. A very rare occurrence, but it did happen last year. But with at least 17 tonight, likelihood of it happening again is probably quite slim. Now, Limmy did say to me earlier he's going to put a £5 bet on some rain tonight, so I think Limmy's lost a fiver.
There we go.
I think you have, yeah. So, a quick run through on France for you. There's 27 laps, I believe, tonight. Normally 53. Obviously divide it by 2, 50% race is 27 laps. It's around 3.6 mile circuit and there's 15 turns with 2 DRS zones on the track. The previous race was Vietnam, which Limmy commentated on his own. It was a superb race. Jay Nero took the win. A lot of drama, and tomorrow, I think we all know, is Monaco, probably the most exciting circuit of all of them. I think if we're being honest, I think it's the one that every single person looks forward to. The race lap record in F1. Any ideas who takes the race lap record here, Limmy? Any guesses?
No idea, but I guess it was a Mercedes.
It's not. It's Sebastian Vettel in the Ferrari. You wouldn't believe that with the way he's driving this season. But last year, Sebastian Vettel won.
2018 car.
It was last year the fastest lap, a 1:32.7 in a Ferrari, which seems kind of hard to believe because how bad the Ferraris are nowadays. But yeah, we'll roll with it. And a bit of information. I had to do this on Mr. Paul Ricard, who you know, it's named after the Paul Ricard. I thought, you know what, we'll get a bit of info on Paul Ricard. He's a French, or was, he's died now, died in 1997. He's a French industrialist who built and owned the circuit. And here's a bit of a fact for you, a couple of facts on Mr. Paul Ricard. He was the first sponsor of the Tour de France in 1948, and he developed 2 Mediterranean islands. So you could say he's got a bit of money, or he did have a bit of money, until he died in 1997. And in 2019 the pit entry was moved following safety concerns, and it now sits between turns 14 and 15. You'll see on board with the new driver Rainy Lam any second now. Let's just quickly show you on board with Rainy Lam. He goes around the corner, and any second now you will see the pit entry. Wait for it, there it is, right there. Rainy Lam goes into the pits, and that is the new pit entry that was made in France in 2019. Thank you, Limmy, for bearing with me there.
That's alright, yeah, it was. It was, used to literally, you'd go in at about 150 and had to slow down to 37. It was way too unsafe, so they changed that. Paul Ricard, another thing about it is the the strategy. So what Formula 1 fans don't like is one-stop stuff. This is definitely not a one-stop race unless it's a medium hard, which if anyone's listening, I do not recommend. So we are expecting 2 sets of softs or a medium, or depending on safety car VSCs, maybe 2 sets of mediums and soft. It is quite hard on the tyres. It is quite a high downforce track, apart from the 2 straights down to 8 and flat through 10 to 11. We were talking before, Kez, about the turn 11 being a very long right-hander, and also having a discussion about the actual hardest part of this track, in my opinion, is the first chicane, turns 1 and 2.
Well, with this lot of drive bombing, I think we know that. But it's a very wide open circuit, isn't it? There's a lot of room for error. And what I mean by that is, if you look at somewhere like when we did Azerbaijan in another league, me and Limmy, and I mentioned in Azerbaijan how if you can't move on Azerbaijan, it's such an enclosed circuit. And what I mean by that is, but as soon as if you come off the track, you're going into a wall. There's literally no give. On France, there is so much room you could drive for miles. Literally, the space off the track is ridiculous. All them blue lines representing the French flag, I believe, and there's loads of room, and it gives you that little bit of leeway, but and there's so much room for overtakes on this track. It's a great track for overtake. I think Livia mentioned it earlier, didn't you, about it being full power for the majority of the circuit?
It's not as much as Silverstone, Spa, etc. Oh, there's your problem, right there. I've just got it. Yeah, there you go. There you go. I knew it. I was saying to them lot in the party, I should have told everyone, Favi Venom is now out because El Wyatt was going on a fast lap and the pit lane comes right into the track. He's gone straight into Favi and whacked him in the gearbox, G-force, dead. So, yeah.
Oh dear. Well, I guess it was an accident.
It was, but that's the problem with the pit lane. It comes straight out into cars that are doing 200 plus. I can understand that Fabi's going to be very frustrated because that time that he's got, it will drop him quite a few places. He's not on left actually, the time's been ticking. Only 4.5, but yeah, we'll see where Fabi gets. Very, very unfortunate. But yeah,
it is unfortunate.
The line is to go as far right as you can for turn 1 to get the best entry to 2. Unfortunately, he comes out in me after. I got that perfectly. I was on board with El Wyatt, so as soon as I saw him come out, I knew it was going to happen. It's happened in other leagues as well. I did say to the lads before I joined you, I said something's going to happen outside that pit lane, and with 5 minutes to go in quali just then, it happened.
There's always something going on, isn't there? There's always something. I mean, there was an incident with Mike last week, and that I got on stream. Was it in Mexico when he retired on qualify? You don't see many retirements in quali. Just now and then. Season 1 results in France in Hedge racing. Chris Panda not here tonight. He took the W in the Red Bull, followed by Jay Luke, and one who's no longer here. Thank God, because Jay Luke was pretty good, wasn't he? F1, I think everyone will probably agree with that. A bit too good for Hedge racing. And Jay Nero with a P3. I'm sure the man who's got a fastest lap of 1:28.6 at the moment, and the man that's on a good run at the moment in terms of race wins, want to end that and turn that P3 into a P1 this year, and take home the French Grand Prix going into Monaco tomorrow. Not too far from this track is Monaco, on the border of France, I'd like to say. I say it's in France, people disagree, it's in Monaco, but it's pretty close, and I'm sure that people want to get some points on the board for what will be a very unpredictable race tomorrow in Monaco. It's 3 minutes to go, and a 1:28.6 set by Jay Nero, followed quite closely, to be fair, by the Ferrari of Mike Whitty, who's now got a new teammate, by the way, Stephen. I wanted to run over this very quickly. Stephen is now a permanent driver. He's replaced Jacko in the league. He's now Mike's teammate. And Rainey Lamb is also a new driver. He's replaced Greg. Greg couldn't make it due to commitments anymore, so Rainey Lamb is a new driver in the Alfa Romeo. I'm pretty sure everyone racing tonight... No, go for it, mate. Go for it, mate.
This Viper's Ken lap looks pretty good on the mediums. He's going for optimum strategy. If he gets top 8, he's got a good chance. 7th. It's not bad.
On the mediums.
On medium. He's opting for the optimum strategy, which is, of course, to start on the mediums. It'll be interesting. Well, he can't get back to a pit stop, so he's either going to finish below the top 10 and have a free choice, or he's going to start in the top 10 with mediums. So, good effort by Vipers trying to do something different.
We all know how good Vipers Ken can be. He's been very impressive on his race this season.
He's been clever there.
And he's a very clever driver. Now, the good thing is, Lemmy, wanting to cover it, we've had reserve drivers in the past. All 17 drivers tonight are permanent drivers, which is great.
Yes, that's good to see.
They're all playing for points. Jake Smithy as well. He's now a permanent McLaren driver. You may remember he was in the AlphaTauri with Jake. He left He's back now, and he's Hobbs' teammate in the McLaren. So all 17 drivers. I'm hoping Scalesy does join us. Scalesy's not here yet. He's got a minute and 40 seconds.
Timing.
Oh,
just joined on my
there's the commentator's curse, but in a good way. Scalesy's joined. We've got 18.
Way,
so which 2 drivers haven't got a teammate tonight? Very quick. Let's try and work it out for you. I don't know.
Well, you can do that because I don't really have a noggin at the moment for that. So Kino's coming into a pit. Stephen is invalidated at the moment. Smith is getting out of everyone's way. Outlaps for LY and Alfie, Hobbsy and J Nero. 28.6, I believe, will be beaten. It is definitely beatable. Viper's Ken's probably going to come back into the pits. Can't afford another lap on those tyres if he is to start the mediums. White's getting out of everyone's way. Cole's in the pits. He's not coming out for another run.
Viper's in the
That's
pits.
interesting. And I'm pretty sure that time can be beaten. Look at that. So he's got 2 drivers that are within a tenth of Cole's time. So he could drop to P6 actually, because Vipers can't improve. Hobbsy, Jake and Mike are the 3 to look for. Mike's gone quicker by a tenth in the second sector. Probably the only sector that you wouldn't expect to find too much time, because it's 2 straights and 1 chicane. Let's stay on board with Mike. Just checking where everyone else is. Yeah, let's stay on board with Mike here. 30 seconds left until the checker flag for quali. Mike Whitty, 28.8. Can he improve? It's a 28. Oh, it's slow. It messed up the final sector somewhere. Well, he's going to try again. Where's J Nero? Out of
Hobbsy
turn.
looks good, Limmy.
9. Hobbsy looks good. So that's
Very
3.5 temps up. So for the moment, he needs a lot more than that, though. If we just put the gap to leader very quickly, we can see how much time is required for the drivers. The checker flag is out, so the final laps coming in, Kez, are final, and I think J Nero is actually going to be the first one to cross, and this could be a big moment. What line do you want into turn 1? I'm going to discuss this with you in the formation lap, because it is quite a big thing here. Here we go. Can J Nero improve on the 28.6? I haven't checked his sector times. Let's have a look. We runs out of battery last minute. Only improves by 700ths of a second. Hobbsy's next. He says he absolutely is. In the McLaren. Can Hobbsy take pole?
He does.
Improves by 4 tenths.
Not enough.
Stays on the second row. Mike's not going to improve, I'm pretty sure. Looks like he's pushing a little bit. But maybe he's satisfied. Probably a good time for Mike to enter the pits. Checker flag is out for everyone else except Rainy Lamb. He's coming round turn 11, but he's stuck behind Kino. They've both slowed down. I believe that's the end of quali. I don't think Mike's going to improve on an extra lap of worn tyres. We'll keep an eye out just in case doesn't improve. And like last week, it's a J Nero and Mike front row grid.
It's a J Nero pole again. He gets that extra point. The man who's leading the standings at the moment gets another point on the board. An interesting one. Alfie in the Mercedes doesn't even make the top 10. Back-to-back podiums, I believe, for Alfie. Or maybe 2 podiums in the last 3. A man who's really improved recently, and he's up there to challenge. Doesn't make the top 10 in what is a poor qualifying, a 136 for Alfie. He'll be disappointed with that. But good qualities overall for Cole. Cole's coming in and started really well. He said he wanted top 5 in qualifying. He's got a top 5 in qualifying, and he's not a million miles away behind the time of Favi. We said Favi had dropped him here. He actually stayed 4th.
No, it's crazy. Favi's in.
Oh, Franco's got in as well. We've got 19.
Nice. So Hobbsy was going purple sector 1. He just messed up sector 3. We saw Mike do that as well. So sector 3. And don't forget, when we add 55 or so kilograms of fuel, that's going to hurt them with tyre wear. Favi got slapped up in the bottom. Yes, she did, I saw. That was funny. We'll clip that. Oh, very quickly, the qualifying highlights. White and El Wyatt have been given 5 place grid penalties. So that pushes Viper's Ken up to 6 on the median. Smithy at 1, Blue at 1, El Wyatt, etc. Alfie and Stephen Kino, etc. All up 1, respectively. So Viper in 6th place on mediums. Is not bad, and we're going to see today or tonight how the optimum strategy can work. J Nero and Alpha Tauri top place, Mike and Hobbsy, Favi, Cole, the rest of the top 5. Really interesting first 3 rows. I think it's going to be a very good fight in the middle pack, as it always is here, and at the back as well every now and again.
do. To have 19 drivers on is very exciting. I hope we can get the likes of 19 tomorrow in Monaco as well, because that will be absolutely hectic. We'll have a busy night tomorrow night. We'll try not to talk about tomorrow night too much, but you can't not be a little bit excited when it's Monaco tomorrow. Let's try and save something for tomorrow, maybe not kill ourselves tonight, because we'll need it tomorrow. Let's focus on France. We have 19 drivers, which is... Chris Panda, if you're listening, where are you? You're the only driver not here, Chris, away from a full list. Where are you? But 19 is superb, guys, so if you're listening, thank you so much, because it makes our job a little bit more difficult to watch 19 drivers.
His job, not mine. I do nothing.
I mean, there's a commentator aspect, watching 19 drivers. Right, Who do we look at first? Look at Jay Nero, because he's leading.
Yeah, so the formation lap. It's a very long formation lap, about 2 minutes 15. Is underway. Tyres, Kez, go for it.
Oh, okay, I will do.
Oh, okay, I'll do it.
I'm great. I'll happily do it, mate. I was just a bit unprepared.
Sorry, that's because on Wednesday I always tell the guy to go through the Sorry, I thought it was the contest.
Yes, we've got a long weekend of commentary.
It is important.
Well, it is important. We've got a long weekend of commentary. We've also got a race on Sunday in another league. We'll send you a link for that on Sunday. So it's a long weekend for me and Jack. Tyre-wise, everyone on soft bar. Oh, that's a shame. That is a shame. Too late. He knows, Mr. Pompey, he knows. Too late, Franco. But tyre-wise, we've got the majority on the soft compound. Everyone in the top 10 bar Vipers on the soft. Vipers gone for the mediums. Stephen, Keno, Lamb, J Silver and Chimp also gone for the medium compound, but he's pretty much a soft-dominated tyre, as you can see, because 14 out of the 20 have the softs on. There's Vipers and Smithy disqualified from the... Do you ever get a full set of people who finish this lap? Ever? No, you don't. There's always someone.
Not really.
But yeah, it's 14 out of the 16 going for them shiny new softs with the odd medium. I say shiny new, they're not even new, are they? Because they've been used in qualifying. But yeah, 14...
Well, the ones below the top 10 are. Yeah, brand new. Obviously, like you said, but people in the top not brand new. Free tyre choice below 10. 27 laps this evening. Should be a relatively quick race. Definitely below 45 minutes without safety cars. It's quite a quick track. Bit of a delay at the back of the thing. I'm talking a little bit quietly. I've just had to plug my charger in. I will plug it out before lights down, don't worry. There's the predicted pit stop strategy on my end anyway. Soft, medium. Lap 67, 14 to 15. So you can clearly see their tyres hurt around here. J Nero is approaching. Got my little track map, and so do you, Kev. 10, 13, round to 14 now, and the last pack of cars all the way down to turn 11 at the moment.
Here we go. 18 drive. Ryan Mills starting last. He always does it, Ryan Mills, doesn't he? He says, I'm going to start last and stay out of the way. He's good enough. He's got points so far this season to get up there and challenge. I don't know why he does it, but we'll see if it pays off for him. Might do a...
Are we having a prediction from the league owner?
I'm going to go J Nero win. I think he's going to hold on. I'm going to surprise package tonight. I'm going to go with Alfie. We said he started outside the top 10. He actually didn't due to penalties. He came 9th, but I think he'll get a top 5.
Okay, nice. I like it. Round the final corner. It's a very tricky final corner as well. Turn.
So it's a lot of cars. A lot of cars.
It is a lot of cars. But it is a circuit that can facilitate those cars. Unlike Monaco tomorrow evening, Ryan Mills is the last car to park on his spot at the back of the grid as we prepare ourselves for hopefully what is going to be a very entertaining Paul Ricard French Grand Prix. Here we go then. 27 laps ahead of us. 5 lights ahead of the drivers at the French Grand Prix. Lights out and away we go. They won't help for long. Brilliant start from Michael. Already wheel to wheel and past J Nero in the Alpha Tauri. In comes Smithy on the inside. Into the first chicane. J Nero's coming back. Gets ahead. Mike's probably taken a warning. In comes Smithy as well. Hobbsy. He's up to P2. The standing's a bit wrong. Hobbsy down the inside. Into turn 3 we go. Hobbsy clips the curb. Round the outside of J Nero as we enter the second chicane, and it's a little bit of contact, but they're both stable for now. Hobbsy, J Nero, Fabi, Venom, Mike and Vipers. Ken has had a good start on the mediums, but J Nero's just ahead for the moment.
Mike Whitty down to 4th. What a start from Fabi in the Alpha Tower. It was an incident at the back involving Scales and Keno. They both dropped 17th and 18th respectively, but Mike, who started second, look for a minute, is he going to get into that P1? He got past Jake, I think, at first. He's down to 4th and got pressure from Vipers.
It was Hobbsy all along. My apologies for standing second Smithy. I was confused myself, but we head round to turn 10 flat out in these cars. Favi Venom having a look at Hobbsy from behind. Can't quite get past. Mike Vipers Ken. Cole has dropped a place to Vipers. What a start of the mediums that is. Alfie, AJ Brewer, Smithy and L. Wyatt in the top 10 as we come round the long right-hander.
Yeah, Lewis White up 5. We said about Antonio Giovinazzi in real life. He's the man who makes positions up, Limmy, isn't he? And the Alfa Romeo in this is up by 5 from 15th, 7th. It's a superb start for him. But Mike's the one in trouble. He's down to 4th already. And Viper's at 5. There's a very early pit for Lewis, actually, Limmy. And from Whitey as well. I'll keep an eye on that.
Let's go ball with Mike in the Ferrari. He's got some good slipstream on Favi Venom. Is he going to make a move into the first chicane? Not quite, but gains a little bit. Vipers Ken sneaking behind. Cole is just behind. Had a little bit of a tank slapper moment into the first chicane, but he's alright. He's out and about. Jay Nero 1 second ahead of Hobbsy already, trying to get out of that DRS detection zone. There's been an overtake for P12. It's Mills on Jay Silver.
Yeah, Mills up 6, and we mentioned about him starting at the back, but he's had a superb start. Ryan Mills, Lewis, Whitey and Scalesy, very, very early pit stop, so clearly an incident involving them. Ryan Mills up 6, Rainey Lamb on his first race up into the top 10 as well, as Alfie faces pressure from Brewer.
Hobbsy and Favi Venom nearly wheel to wheel into turn 8, and let's see if Favi can get a better exit here. Quite a long way to go. It is a good exit straight onto the gearbox of Hobbsy, and he's going to go round. It's an AlphaTauri 1-2 on lap 2 of the French Grand Prix. Hobbsy's dropped to 3rd now, just a few position change. Oh, just before I do that, I think Stephen has just got into the points by passing Rainey Lamb.
Oh, it's a very wide corner from Hobbsy, and that's given Mike opportunity to close the gap to 0.4. Yellow flag, and it's Jay Silver, and it's a very early safety car. We didn't have a safety car here last year. 2 laps in, we've got one here, and it's the Mercedes of Jason. We'll try and show you where that is. Is anyone? I don't think anyone's near him to even show you. We can't show you.
You can't just without Wyatt. It might just be disconnected before we get round turn 10. But it is a safety car on lap 2. Pit stops. We'll go through them in a second. Is Jay Silver's car still there? No. But it must have been contact and hit with the wall. There's been a 5-second penalty for a collision between 2 drivers. We'll check that in race director very shortly. Pit lane, probably about half the drivers. Hopefully no one's double stacked. I could be wrong.
We have hards for Jay Nero, mediums for Hobbsy, but a hard compound for Jay Nero. We've got a mixture here now of softs, mediums, hards. I don't think the softs will last much longer. There's only 4 drivers now with the softs on. I would imagine they'll change them soon. But Jay Nero going for the hard compound, and the majority going for... Oh, to be fair, it's a split. You've got a pretty much even split, maybe just going towards the mediums between the drivers. Favi and Mike lead. They're both on old, I say old softs. They're not really old softs, but you get me. Viper stays third on the mediums. And Stephen and Rainey Lamb up into the top 6 as well. But this pit stops for Jay Nero into 9th. Eagles on the hards and Hobbsy on the mediums. But what a start here in France.
That's an incredible start. I didn't quite see what happened to Jay, so I have no idea. Don't think I got any good cameras, but it looked like the car was just a write-off near the track. So definite safety car early on, and what that does is bring everyone back
and we'll go again
together to go again. Yeah, but at least it moderates the flow and allows people who wanted to pit stop early to take a pit stop. Quite a few have, and just before, I know you were just about to put a comment in. Fabi Venom couldn't pit because he was right behind his teammate. You cannot pit if you're right behind your teammate. In real life, you can, but here,
what I was going to say is, 2 laps in, you've seen it quite often this season where after 2 laps the leader's got a good lead, he started to pull away a little bit. Yeah. That was incredible. There was 5 cars then that were very, very close to each other. I couldn't keep up with it. I mean, Jay Nero was leading. He only had about a second lead though, I believe. It wasn't huge. Favi, Hobbsy, Vipers and Mike were all up there. And even behind them, it wasn't even the midfield, down from 6th to 10th. It was all so close and it was superb. And I hope that the safety car has not ruined that. And that we can see that again, because it was a superb start. It might look like he got that P1 limit. I think he may have got P1 for a brief second before turn 1.
Yeah,
and then was down to 4th. It was incredible. But a quick mention on tyres. Favi and Mike staying out, Limmy. What do you make of that?
Not too bad. I mean, don't forget the safety car takes away quite a lot of. Oh, Smithy's got a 5-second pen there, and so does L. Wyatt.
There's a pit for Ryan Mills. It's too late. He's done it again.
No, but he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it.
Nah,
because
could he not?
He didn't know if Cole was going in or not. He wouldn't have known. Well, actually,
what is it for Ryan Mills? It's a set of hearts. Ryan Mills is going to the end. Or he's attempting to go to the end. It's brave, but that's him and Jay Nero, Whitey, Scalesy, and Keno on the hards. Only 3 drivers on the softs left now. That's Fabi, Mike, and Cole are all in the top 4.
So yeah, back to your question. The softs, it said 7 laps on the strategy, but don't forget the safety car can take a lot off that. It can take 2 of the laps and half of the second lap. So they can probably grind it out to 9 or 10. At that point, then they could probably get away with a 1 stop on mediums. Maybe. It depends how good they are looking after the tyres. It also depends what battles they get in after the safety car starts. We know Favi Venom is in the safety car restart, in charge of the safety car restart. The last time he did that was in the Zambot glitch. That's the last time Favi Venom took a safety car restart. So it'll be interesting to see how he does it. There's a very tight corner at the end. The best way for Favi Venom to do it, and he might be in my stream to listen, is to go right on the corner 15 and just go.
And
get the traction down.
It's very rare we have a safety car restart without Jay Nero or Hobbsy at the front, but they're both 8th and 9th due to the pits. Up the top
Mike
7,
looking to get Fabi straight away. There's no question.
All of the top 7 yet to pit. Everybody else has pitted at least once, so everyone from Chimp downwards hasn't pitted. Sorry, Chimp upwards, should I say? It's in this lap already. Everyone else caught up. Ryan Mills has caught up. It's probably about right to come in this lap. There's no need to do another lap. Let's get back to racing. And as you say, Lynn, it's an Alpha Tower restart, but not Jay Nero. It's Favi who had a great start to the race. And let's see how that top 7 handle it, because they're all on, well, let's say old tyres. They're not old at all, but they haven't stopped yet compared to Jay Nero and the rest of that half. It's going to be an interesting here. And Jay Nero and Obsy in that midfield battle as well. Can they get through it? Because Chimp and Rainy Lamb, etc., yes, they're not as quick as them two, but don't leave it up easy. They're going to fight for it. So could Jay Nero and Obsy get a bit of damage here? It could cost them in the long run. So we've got a lot to look out for here.
Yeah, it's spot on, everything you said. And it'll be interesting to see. So Fabi Venom is in charge. The safety car on your mini-map is not quite in yet. It has to be in, and Fabi Venom can go whenever he wants when it is in. It looks in, so Fabi Venom could go now, or he could wait whenever he wants, even to the finish line if he wanted to, but don't. So we've got Vipers, Ken, Stephen Lamb and Chimp on the older mediums, but not that old, they'll still be very quick. And you've got some soft tyres. Who's going to come out?
Oh, he's damaged!
Here we go then.
Oh.
Fabi Venom restarts the race. Hobbsy's got a 5-second pen. Wow, it's about 7 5-second pens. But here we go then. Restart of France. We'll get to the penalties in a second. Fabi Venom, Vipers Ken, Mike Vipers Ken, Cole, Stephen and Lamb. No overtakes into turn 1 so far. Chimp is 7th. J Nero is all over the back of the Renault driver, going down to turn number 3, and Jano is going round the outside of Chimp and gets through. Might have been contact, stays clean for now. The front's clear, Kez. Everything else is pretty clear. No overtakes I can see.
Damage for Hobbs. It's going to be a pit stop again for Hobbs. It's damage. Lewis White went into the pits as the safety car coming in. It reshuffled the grid a bit, and Hobbs went into the back of Jay Nero and got damage. As Jay Nero gets the overtake of Rainy Lamb as well, he's flying on the hards up by 2, but Hobbs limit with damage and he's in trouble.
He is, and the closer Jay Nero gets to the leading pack, the more problems they have later on. Hobbsy gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Hobbsy, I might be wrong, hasn't got a podium in the last 2 or 3 races. He's finished 5th and 5th. Might be wrong. So he's struggling at the moment. Scales picked up a pen. Loads of pens came in before. There's about 7 or 8, and that's not an overstatement. Smithy has got past Chip into P9, round to turn 11 as we speak. And Jay Nero is now on the case of Stephen. He's got Cole for company in front of that. Vipers, Mike and Favi stay in the same order after this early safety car restart.
Let's have a quick look at Hobbsy. It's the left end plate of Hobbsy, and you don't want damage on a track like France where there's so many turns. He's going to keep going, Hobbsy. He's on the case of Rainy Lamb, but he's going to be in trouble long. There's a pit for Brew as well, as Hobbsy gets past Rainy Lamb. I think he will anyway. He's not got past him yet, but he is going to do it, and it's up to P7 for Hobbsy. He's got work to do. Brewer and Alfie both pit, so the pit stops are starting to fly in. Favi still leads for now, ahead of Mike.
Yeah, Hobbsy was going wheel to wheel with Rainy Lamb down the straight. Jay Nero and Stephen lets him pass, and hopefully he don't lose too much time. The McLaren of Hobbsy is behind. Mike is still very much on the case of Favi Venom, and I've seen Mike catching up on the straights. I don't know if that's a use of, battery or lower downforce. I'm not too sure what Mike's done tonight, but you can clearly see, very evidently, that he's catching on the straights to the AlphaTauri in front. Now Mike's got to try and pull away. Same with Favi. They've got people on hard tyres coming very quickly behind.
Yeah, Mike said to me yesterday, he said, I'm up for this race, I want to challenge Jay Nero, and he's proving so far there's a long way to go. Yes, he's not pitty, but he's setting some good time there, and he's not letting Favi get away from him as Jay Nero now closes on Cole. Lamb and Smithy, yeah.
Lamb and Smithy, yep, just got through there. Turn number 10, nice on the inside. Not really a fight, to be honest. Smithy just drove past
Obviously
like
struggling,
he wasn't even there.
He is struggling. His corners are really difficult for him. And he's only just pitted. Is it
hard? Is
it a traditional hard for Hobbsy now, like he normally does? It would be perfect, wouldn't it? Get the wing change, get your hards on.
It's a clockwise circuit, which means you need your left end plate.
Yeah, you see he's there now. The time he's losing it is a lot of time. I mean, let's keep an eye on it. He's 1.4 separates him and his teammate Jay Smith. Let's keep an eye on that. As Favi says, a 1:33.9 fastest lap. Hobbsy, to be fair though, he is closing on Stephen. On the straights, it ain't going to affect him, is it? But there's so many turns on this track, it's going to cost him in the long run.
So DRS has been enabled by race control. Third lap after the safety car, lap 7 of 27, 21 laps of racing, including this one to go, and it's been quite an exhilarating start. A retirement from Jay Silver in the Mercedes, an early safety car, colossal damage on the safety car. Cole goes wide at turn number 5, and that brings Jay Nero right on the case of his gearbox, and I believe this is going to be quite a textbook overtake. Cole already going defensive, burning that battery, might stay ahead here, Cole. Let's see if Jay Nero makes a move into turn number 8. Is he going to think about it? He is going to think about it. Cole's going to give him a good amount of room, and a nice overtake by Jay Nero in his AlphaTauri.
He never shies out, does he? He doesn't know he's going for it. Lewis White does set the fastest lap, I believe, just down in 15th, but he's got the fastest lap at the moment. That probably will change down the line, but Jay Nero just doesn't shy out of a move, does he, ever? You just knew he was going for it, and he's up to P4 with fresh tyres as well. 1.1 separate him, sorry, 3.3 should I say, separate him and Vipers. Aquino, bit further down the grid, gets past the racing point of Scalesy, both on the hard compound.
Yes, good move by Kino there, just on board for the last minute. Mike was 3 tenths behind. He's now... Okay,
well, Favi in the pits.
Because Favi Venom is in the pits. 6 laps is all he says his soft tyres can do.
Quite far down.
Vipers Ken is in a really good position, by the way. I really do.
Cole in the pits
make
as
sure
well.
He doesn't come out in the pit lane in front of everyone. So you see the Haas driver now. What position's that? That is Mills in 14th. Look at this. I hope Favi Venom doesn't come out in front of all of them and get the unluckiness that he got in the qualifying session. I think he's okay. They've all passed.
Yeah, he's down to 13th. There was penalties for Hobbsy and I believe Cole goes for the fresh softs, so it's a 2-stop strategy for the Haas driver. An interesting choice from Cole. He comes out 14th, which puts Jay Nero into 3rd. Let's do a quick look at stops for you now. The only people not to stop are Mike, Vipers, Stephen, Lamb and Chimp. Everyone else has stopped, with a couple of people, Lewis, Brewer and Alfie, already stopping twice.
Yeah, we'll let everyone do their things and pick stops later on. We'll go through position changes. Stephen and Smithy into turn 8, wheel to wheel. There's a bit of a sideboard bang from Smithy. He's trying to force his way through. Has to go off the track. Gets a penalty for going way too wide. He didn't have to go that far wide, but does importantly get the move done. And Stephen goes very wide in his Ferrari. So does Smithy. Both nearly lose the back end. That could have been a bit of a catastrophe.
Is it time for a Mike Whitty pit limit? He's struggling, and Vipers Kenny's closing on the mediums.
Yeah,
not yet for Mike. But Vipers DRS here, Limmy.
Oh yeah, you're right. Half a second. Is half a second enough? He's straight on the battery. He's Vipers Ken. Mike's not even burning his. I think he accepts his fate. And Vipers Ken on the optimum strategy leads the French Grand Prix on the medium tyres he started 6th with.
Hey, what a good race for the McLaren as well, Limmy Silvano. Obviously got damaged, but both in the top 5 at the moment. Jay Smithy, to be fair to him, is having a very, very solid race so far.
I'm having to move the cameras one-handed to charge my headset, because the way it has to be in a certain position. I'm going to try and do this for 2 laps before I get stressed, and then hope it lasts to the end of the race. Scalesy Kino, half a second apart. P10, final points position at the moment, fastest lap. I'm going to have a guess.
I think it's Lewis Wyatt.
You're right. Cole's on new tyres as well, so maybe this lap right now. Maybe the new fastest lap. So Mills, Skillsy, Kino, Chimp, within about 2 seconds of each other. I think Chimp is in big trouble here from Kino, although the Renault does pull away quite nicely down to turn 8. Are we expecting a Mike Whitty pit stop this lap? I would say Hedge thinks he might.
I think he needs to. There's a penalty for Kino there. I got on board with that, but he's now closing the gap on Chimp. Could this be Chimp dropping to 10th? Scales not too far behind either, but it's the right-hand side of the Renault for Kino. Is he going to go for it in what is a very tricky position? No, he lets go with it a little bit, and Chimp keeps P9 for now. There's a lot of penalties, though, Limmy, early on. We're only 9 laps in, to be fair. It's gone pretty quick, them 9 laps, if you have a safety car as well. And there you go, it's Mike Whitty, who's in the pits. What's it going to be? Is it going to be a medium, a hard? Let's find out. There's still a long way to go in this race. And not the Ferrari team get out. They've got a fresh set of yellow tyres. It's a medium compound for Matt Whitty. Where's he going to come out? Is he going to make it in the top 10? Is he? No chance. He's going to be quite far behind Mike. Let's keep an eye on him.
What I am going to check is who's going to get P9 out of Chimp and Kino. The race to turn number 1 begins. The race for P11. Fabi Venoms, I think, just got past Scalesy on the background. Is Kino going to make a move into turn number 1 on the inside of the Renault? Stays behind. Chimp putting his car in the right places, but Kino's going for a mini switcheroo out of turn number 2 over Ryman, and Kino's going to try and make his way down to turn 3
Here comes Fabi and Scalesy as well.
There's contact between the two of them. Chimp has to back off, and Fabi gets past 2, and Scalesy might lose 3 places in 2 corners.
There's a contact between Scalesy and Chimp. Mike's here out of nowhere, Limmy, as well, and then fresh mediums. Chimp's in big trouble,
right.
Big trouble.
He might be a double overtake here. Scalesy goes, where's he going? To the left
Chimp
side,
nearly
Mike's coming as
killed
well,
him.
with 3 wide, down to turn number 8. I can't quite get the camera.
Scalesy's been sandwiched.
Still. Mike has stayed behind.
Wow.
Scalesy has been sandwiched. You're
And Chimp
absolutely
somehow
right.
got away.
And somehow, before turn 8, they still stay in the same order.
Chimp did not want to give Scalesy any room on that straight then. Literally, he was defending for his life, but here comes Scalesy again. And Scalesy got absolutely sandwiched. Did you see that? He got absolutely sandwiched. I don't know any of them didn't get any damage. Mills isn't too far behind either here.
Mike's losing precious time here. Excuse me for yawning, very tired. He needs to make his way past these guys. He's wasting too much time. Raining lap takes a pit stop after only 9 laps. So is that
Mike's going for it! Mike's going for it!
Mike on the outside, Ben on the inside of 15 on Scalesy. He might be able to. Chimp gets on the curb, which might deteriorate. That's not the right word, but he has got on both. Mike's into, I was going to say, the lead then, Kez, but he's into P9. Is Scalesy going to have a go on the inside of the Renault? Scalesy tries again and gets
And here comes Mills on Chimp as well.
Take it away.
Here comes Ryan Mills on the inside of Chimp. These two are clowns, by the way. They don't want to race each other, but we will see. There's a penalty for Chimp. That looks very harsh, to be fair, but it is Chimp. He's going to get pens anyway. Mills goes really well. That's an awful turn. He's Cole. Has Mills done that on purpose? Give his teammate a little sneaky teamwork there for Cole on the 3 lap soft. You're going to do, Chimp, here, you feel. Gets the RS. Chimp not giving it away easily, but he has absolutely no choice. And Chimp, after a great little battle with Mike and Scalesy, which lasted a lap, literally this time a lap ago, Scalesy got sandwiched here, but it's Chimp down to 12th. Mike pulls away in that top 10. J Nero 2.5 behind Viper's Ken, who's yet to pit so far. Hobbsy into 3rd. Smithy and Stephen Limmy in the top 5 as well.
What a nice little moment.
Yeah,
I'm
brilliant.
happy that no one got damaged.
I don't know
I'm
how.
happy that everyone made it out alive. It did look like...
Hey, Ryan Mills on Chimp here, Limmy.
But...
Oh, Viper's Ken in the pits. What's that going to be for? I expect it to be hards. It is hards.
Yeah.
Where's he going to come out, Viper's Ken? This is big. Is he going to get caught in that pack? Like, oh, he's got a penalty. Has he?
No,
what happened there?
Stephen.
Oh, sorry. Okay. My camera was a bit funny then.
Yeah,
Where's Viper's going to come out here? Is he going to come out in the pack with?
I don't know, but no, I think he's going to come out after the pack.
Well, he's going to get out before Kino, I think, here. Yeah, he is. 6th place for Vipers, right behind Favi.
6th place. So, don't forget, J Nero's got a pit again.
Yellow flag.
Yellow flag.
Is
Set to 1. It's first chicane.
Is it Mike Whitty? It is Mike Whitty, the left end plate. Oh dear. Oh dear, Mike Whitty, he's in trouble.
Oh no.
The left end plate is off.
He's going to have to go
and
hard to the end.
Cole now's got a massive. He's seen blood, Cole. He's got a massive chance now. Mike
He's going to turn
Whitty
into a shark.
with a red end plate, and he's seen blood because it's the red of the Ferrari. It's quite fitting, really. But he's in big trouble here, Mike. To be fair, though, we say that Hobbsy's still got damage, and he's still second.
Mills is going to just waltz past him. Mills is into the points.
He is indeed.
And, yeah,
them
just going back to Cole,
the points.
It's not the great white shark now, it's the great white Cole.
It's the great white Cole.
He's going to hunt down Mattia Binotto's red machine. Well, it's not really a machine, it don't work.
Oh, let me Vipers and Whitey and Favi got there in the end. Very close to that P4 spot. The Williams of Whitey getting hunted down by the Alpha of Favi for that P4 spot. Whitey, a good race this season. We've had a couple of iffy moments as well. And bottled it a little bit, I'd say, but hopefully tonight he can get some points to the board. But he's got pressure here from Favi. Vipers Ken has joined in the mix as well. This could be a great battle for P4.
You could. Let's find out who gets there first. I was just quickly going to say about turn 12, how different people take different lines. V3 driver took 3 different lines. Is there going to be 3 different lines into turn 1? White goes right. Favi might go down the inside. Does. White leaves him a good amount of room. Great view from Vipers Ken. Favi Venom's through. White's in 5th. Has he got damage to his left end plate? I hope not. I just can't see the end plate on the Williams from that view. Mike's got a penalty. His race is deteriorating. Vipers Ken's just licking his lips again, waiting for blood for a P4 place.
It's going very down the toilet very quickly for Mike Whitty here, isn't it? 8 damage and the penalty. It's getting flushed away, and Cole, Cole's hunting. I don't know how Cole's not got him yet.
It is a damage end plate for White.
Who's that for?
I knew it was.
For White?
White. And Vipers Kent has got past him into turn 8 on his hard tyres, and White is due a pit stop. He could go mediums probably now, so he's probably going to fix his wing, head on to a mediums, while Vipers Ken is going to chase down for Alpha Tauri Favi. I think Vipers is in a great situation here. He's played strategy.
Favi penalty as well, I don't know if you've seen that then.
Yeah,
just got a penalty, Favi. These penalties keep adding up, don't they? Quite a lot of penalties.
Cole hasn't
so
got past
far.
Mike yet. I know the Coles. I know the tyres are going to be a
Mike's
little bit worn.
Though, that damage, he's struggling.
But Cole needs to try and get past here because he's wasting his own time. Keno and White probably need to stop again. So Cole needs to put on a good tyre, probably mediums, and give it a good bash and go to the end. Who's 2 temps at the back here? Is it Alfie and Skill? Is it? Yep, no overtakes there. But we'll have to keep an eye on that.
The RS for Cole on Mike.
I think he's just out of reach.
Yeah.
7 temps is quite a big gap. We've got half a second from Vipers to Favi.
How long can you make hards last on this?
Quite long.
Roughly, do you have any idea?
It's just really a case of how slow you're going to be.
Because I'm trying to look at how long Jane Hero got left in sleep pits. Because 11 laps already, so...
So is Cole going to get past Mike? He needs to. He needs to get on the DRS. I'm sure he's talking to Mike in reply. No, more than talking. He's like, let me through. Let's find out. Mike gets a good exit on those mediums. I'm surprised, but the softs are dying. You can slightly see...
Oh, Scalesy retired. Retired, yeah. I think it was a bit of frustration, to be honest. Is it going to bring out a safety car?
Doesn't look like
if Lewis White gets close, you never know, but he's quite far off the track, so I don't think it will. Lewis goes really wide, actually. And we're not going to get a safety car, I don't think. No, we're not, but it's a frustrating night for Scalesy, who becomes second driver to retire.
Mike Keno as well. Because Keno's on old hards, and Mike has damage, like you said. He's still catching up a little bit. He's having a little cheeky peek
it's there, though, innit?
around the outside of turn 11. You can see the... I fully believe if Mike didn't have the damage, he'd probably be past Keno by now. I'm surprised Cole hasn't got past Mike, to be honest. I'm sure it's coming. We are over halfway for Grand Prix. It's gone quite quickly after the safety car restart.
Mike's going
Mike
to the pit. Oh, no, he's not. I thought he was.
It looked like he was going to. Cole's coming back at Mike. What a view from Keno's gearbox here. And is it Cole's best opportunity? Mike does have DRS though.
Oh,
from
no.
the Red Bull in front.
Oh no, it's a double McLaren pit stop, and Smithy, who was in a superb position, he's in trouble. He's in big trouble.
Wouldn't he have seen Hobbsy go in though?
I don't know, but he's lost out massively now, Smithy. He's still in the pits. He's still waiting. Oh, it's a shocker. It could be a P17 for Smithy here. Big trouble, and he's on a P5 as well. Big trouble.
Ooh dear.
Oh, Hobbsy gets past AJ Brewer as well out of nowhere. Switch to that. Hobbsy into 11th now, but it's his teammate Smith that's in big trouble. Let's keep an eye on it. Ryan Mills up to 8th for now as well. Cole still not past Mike, who's fighting with Kino Perlo as well, Limmy, and gets the overtake, but here comes Cole. Oh, and Cole backs off a little bit, but Mike gets that P5 and keeps the P5 for now.
Absolutely. We head down to turn number 10. Flat out, of course, and it looks like we've got sufficient gaps for now. We'll wait till they get closer to the start-finish straight or make a mistake. Dropping down the grid, like you said, Hobbsy and Brewer are pretty close there, literally pursuing Rainy Lamb. I feel sorry for the Alfa Romeo, but let's see if Hobbsy can get past the car. Round turn 10 into 11. Here we go. Rainy Lamb, little bit sketchy on the steering wheel movements. Is Hobbsy going to have a go round the outside? Nearly breaks into. Rainy Lamb nearly breaks into the McLaren there. I think there's been an overtake. No, there hasn't. It's yeah, it's right. So it's medium tyres, I'm guessing, for Cole. Let's have a look quickly. I don't think there's any other overtakes happening. Nope, not for the moment. Let's just have a quick look. Is it going to be mediums for the Haas driver? And from that point, it's to the end of the race, just to see whatever happens. It is 3-second pen for Kino as well. Vipers Ken and Fabi
Got
Venom.
DRS here, Vipers. Yes, he has. So close the gap.
Half a second enough down to turn 8? Let's find out then. Half a second. No battery usage as well from Vipers Ken. Quite close. So you would have thought if he saves some battery and uses his overtake button, half a second could do it.
Even very quickly, Jane Hero 17.5 seconds.
Oh, he could do it.
Oh, he might
do
it
anyway.
Without
battery. Round the outside goes Vipers Ken through turn number 10. Oh, the rhyming, Ken. I'm sorry, it's natural. And Vipers Ken is into second place. Bit of a delay holding behind Fabi Venom, but J Nero will probably have to pick Kez, so it's going to be really close.
Rainy Lamb losing positions as well. The Brewer on the back now of the Alfa Romeo. Rainy Lamb, who at the moment is bringing him a point in his first race. Does the racing point of Brewer have something to say about that? There's no battery left in Brewer though, so he's going to lose a bit of a time. Let me very quickly, Brewer, J Nero 17.3 seconds clear of Vipers Ken at the moment. What's the script now of his pit stop? How long is the pit stop going to take, etc.?
Well, people say pit stops cost 20 seconds.
Well, Viper, there you go. So there's Whitey Limmy, 14 laps on hards. He's had enough of the hards now. Jane Eyre on 14 laps as well. Kino on 14 laps as well. Ryan Mills on 12. We're going to see a few pit stops now. You feel in the next 2 to 3 laps for sure. It's going to be a medium now for... Oh, is it? Or is it a sorry? It is a medium for Whitey, who's got a penalty to do in the pits.
I'll tell you a story very quickly. I remember doing a commentary.
Oh, yellow flag.
It's a... Is that...
oh, it is! What's happened there? Is it damage for Hobbsy again? No, it's not.
No, it was Smithy. It was a McLaren. It was Smithy in that area. I hope he's not got damaged.
Oh, no. Sorry, I was looking at Smithy. Anyway, sorry, my bad. Yeah.
So I'll tell you a quick story. There was a race I did in Azerbaijan with proper competitive drivers, and a guy had done about 12 laps of hards, just 12, and he got a puncture from where?
So you're going to be struggling then.
So it could be a case of unluckiness, because he definitely got unlucky. He didn't hit 60%. It was just coded. So yeah, hards are an interesting tyre, that's for sure. They can go far, but every now and again, something might just...
What did J Nero start on? It was soft, wasn't it? I believe it was soft. So how long can softs do on this? How long can softs do?
About 7.
So is he trying to hold out and push for softs?
Yes.
There's 9 laps to go. Yes. So is he trying to hammer these hards a bit more?
If he did that, which is probably the right move, Vipers would need a safety car to do the same.
Yeah.
And if you've noticed, he hasn't pulled away from Fabi at all.
No, Fabi on 7-lap old mediums, he's not on the... These two are on the newest tyres themselves, are they? So it's definitely still in jet. Oh.
Having a scrap. That is a Alfa Romeo going very slow. Round turn 11. Must have had a bit of a moment. So is Stephen under pressure from Brewer here? Down to turn number 1.
Lewis Wyatt.
No battery from Brewer, trying to save some temperature, moving out of a slip stream. And stays behind Stephen. Happy with Stephen so far. 6 laps of hard tyres, can go to the end. He looks to be getting points at the moment, and so does Rainy Lamb, if he can keep Cole, White, Smithy behind, who are on new mediums. So that's going to be pretty tricky. Mills, the penalty man, who never gets penalties, has got a penalty.
Yeah, he has. He's in 6th as well on 14 lap all hards. He's one of them, isn't he, along with Jay Nero and Keno that need to be pitting soon. There's a pit stop for Lewis Wyatt, we knew that, and that puts him back of the running pack. Another rhyme there. Rhymes all night, Limmy. 16th Alfa Romeo. Oh, Brewer's got past Stephen, Limmy. Who's in trouble from Rainy Lamb as well.
Yeah, you're right. That'll be turn 9, that is. Let's have a look then. Ferrari-powered engine versus Ferrari-powered engine. This is going to be interesting. By the way, it is equal performance, I'm sure you all know. Into the long right hand of turn 11, stays the same. And do you know what's interesting? Just flicking back to a fun. I was just about to say, I think Fabio Venom is playing cautious and sticking with Viper's pace until he gets a 3-second penalty. So now he's going to have to overtake Viper's Ken. So where's Cole? So he needs to get past these drivers ASAP. He's on new mediums. He needs to use the pace and move up the, as I say, calendar then, but the standings. So that starts with Rainy Lamb here. To the left-hand side, Cole's going to squeeze past, and down to turn 1, he's going to have to now try and catch Stephen, who's on 7-lap hard, and he needs to get past him really on this lap. Cole needs to start making his moves into the P8 or so.
Because he started 5th. Yeah, you're right, Limmy, you're spot on. I'm just trying to keep an eye on Jay Nero. He's going towards the pits. Is it time for a pit from Jay Nero? Not yet. 17 lap hold hards now. He's pushing these to the limit, is he, Jay Nero? He's got a 16.7 gap.
Oh, here's Cole's next move. Sorry, on Stephen. So he did Rainy Lamb into turn 1, down to turn 8. He's done another place. So from P11 to P9, and Brewer's next. 1.2 seconds. We might as well stay on board with this, by the way. Because Cole is catching at a rate of knots. And Brewer's tyres are not incredibly old, but they are borderline very old. 13 laps, half a Grand Prix. And yeah, I think you're right. I think he might opt for softs. Or, knowing Jake, because he does some weird things, maybe stay out to the end on the hards. But I don't recommend. Here's Cole then, so he's into DRS. We can remain on board because Mike has taken a pit stop, so that's going to move him up
wing for Mike Whitty.
But it is soft, so fastest lap point potential. Is Cole within 6/10 for Brewer? Let's have a look. What's the gap there? 9, no, 7, 6. Well. Okay, here we go. Is Cole going to make his next move? He made a move here last lap. Is he going to make another move? I think he's just out. He's lost. He's got no battery to use. He only needed 20%, if that. But you feel, Kez, a move's coming.
It is coming. It's very, very close. The midfield battle's been superb this season. Let's stay on board with Jay Nero. He was approaching the pits again. It seems to be going very, very quickly now. These are 17 lap old hards. The joint most with Keno Perlo. Is it now time for Jay Nero? The gap is closing. Not by a lot, but it is closing. And it is now time for a Jay Nero pit stop. 16 seconds clear of Viper's Ken. He needs to be there now ASAP here, Jay Nero. Let's keep an eye on it.
Is it Cole's time to make his move finally down to turn 8? Is he going to try and go on the inside? It looks like he is. Stays behind. Brewer's defending well on those old hards, but Cole is losing. Precious time for McCartney.
Oh, Jay Nero, penalty in the pits. Oh, it's going to slow him down. That could be interesting. That could play a big factor. He's coming out now. Already behind. Oh, Favi's pitted as well. He's only going to come out second, Jay Nero.
Is Fabi going to get held up? Let's just stay here. I don't think he will. The crew's just moving. He might get held for a little bit.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, about 2-3 seconds.
Jay Nero 11.5 behind Vipers.
Cool.
On the fresh sauce.
I'm waiting for his Cole pass because I know he said make sure you get all my overtakes. And I'm going to get it. Well, you are going to get it because Brewer enters the pits for a set of softs. May see some fastest laps attempts now, Kez, with some new tyres.
Yeah, Jay Nero 10.6 behind Vipers. Vipers going to go to the end here. I would have thought so anyway. So Jay Nero's got 10.3 to catch. I mean, with 0 laps soft compared to 9 lap hards, you'd expect him to be able to push and complete that. But we'll keep an eye on it. Keno Perlo in third for now. He's on 18 lap old hards. A pit stop shoe for him as well. Favi looks like could have a podium. I
think Mike will get past Stephen and Rainy Lamb. I think they have to stay out on their tyres, maybe to wait for softs. There's Funny Us Chips. 5 second run for speeding. Shock. not. And then Mike and Stephen, two
Ferrari
Ferraris
boys.
getting very close. I didn't want to see that. It did look like it got a bit sketchy. But and Stephen, I'm sure he wanted to let him pass. Mike just didn't know which way he was going to let him go past. But Mike is into P8, chasing Lamb, chasing Cole. 9.7 seconds Mike will be behind Cole. He's got 5 laps plus 1, 6 to try and catch it. Definitely possible on new soft tyres. So here's the sit rep. Vipers Ken leads for Grand Prix. He's not going to take a pit stop. He's just going to drive flat out as quick as he can. J Nero 8.3 seconds behind with a penalty. I don't think Vipers has. Excuse me, I sneezed. I don't know if he has or not. We'll find out. Kino's 13 behind. He really needs to take a pit stop. So is that a double
Michael Rainey Lamb with me.
Could Michael Rainey Lamb.
Easy overtake really with the fresh
That's
softs.
the fastest lap with a bit of slipstream as well. It's a 32.4, 3 tenths quicker than Seb Bettles. We expect more in these cars. Oh, Stephen.
He's Ryan Mills on for point
points.
ceiling me with fresh softs. You think he could be up there?
Well, Stevens just got a 3-second pen. I know White got a penalty from that safety car stuff before, if not a 5 or more. A lot of people did, because 7 or 8 popped up. We'd have to check that. See what. Oh, and I saw that as well. He just all 4 tyres just went off a turn 5 curb, and that's a penalty. So Mills has got a penalty, Kez. We saw that pop up a little bit ago. It's just a case of, was that his only one? And now we have the 2 Staley Bridge boys that are going to battle it out for P6. Cole on new mediums, Mike on new softs. And you think soon the mediums would outweigh the softs, but at this time, no.
They've been very close, these two, haven't they? It's the fastest lap.
Woo!
He's closing on Vipers. Ken less than 6 seconds now as a pit stop. Oh, it's not a pit stop for Kino. It's a pretty recent overtake, and it's a top 3 now for AlphaTauri.
So is Mike going to get past Cole down to turn 1? Loving the pink helmet for Mike, by the way. Cole's under pressure. Al Wyatt is
well done,
resigned
Lewis.
to
Well done.
pits.
Well done.
Well done. Sorry you were... Well, not sorry. I don't know. That's up to me. Sorry that you finished 16th, though, Lewis, and hopefully you can do better in Monaco. And then...
Oh, yo!
Monaco's pretty...
Yellow flag!
Yo!
Another yellow flag! Oh, it's Chimp, what a surprise. I thought it was Vipers Ken, which is why I was so like, I don't really care about Chimp, I care about Vipers Ken, but...
Yo! Imagine a bundle did that.
Chimp's retired.
Yo, Crofty.
It's going to be a safety car.
Safety car.
Chimp.
Mike, whoa. Slow down, sir. You weren't past Cole. Oh no, we might have a VSC glitch. No. So what happened there? Did he get hit or?
Chimp retired on purpose. He needs to do it in the pitch, really. It could have been a safety car, that, which changes a lot of things.
I mean, it is the safety car technically. It's just a virtual. Someone
so
could
there could be a penalty there for
no
Chimp. We'll have to have a look into that.
No one has benefited from it, luckily, but yeah, it is a safety car. It's a safety car page, you can still pit. Luckily, no one has benefited from it, though. No one's gone into a pit.
Could Vipers Ken have pitted them? Could he have not pitted for softs?
Not really, no. Because the reason being, yes, he would have been behind, yes, he would have had new tyres, but he wouldn't have caught it up. There's no way. His best chance is trying to just save 4 seconds. Why is Jake closing so much on the VSC? Okay, now he's slowing down. Okay.
I don't normally check penalties, but I'm good with you.
No.
What's up?
Vipers Ken just got a 3 second
on
a VSC at turn 1. That is textbook.
Rookie.
That's textbook, because Jake had a 5, don't forget, Kez.
He's done that in the pits, I believe.
Now he's only got...
J Nero.
I didn't think he did, but maybe. It didn't look like he did, but Cole and Mike for 8 point... No, listen, he's gone quick
he's
after
still 3.5 seconds behind J Nero. Yeah, he's probably going to do it, but he's starting to run out of time a little bit, and maybe people probably disagree with that. Yes, likely he's going to overtake Vipers Ken, but longer it goes on where he's behind him, he starts to get a little bit nervous because the time is running out.
Don't get actually past. It's one thing catching up, but another thing is getting past. And look at Mike, so he's been caught up to Cole for 3 laps, but he hasn't got past him.
Have Mike and Cole been glued together this race? They've been so close to each other throughout it.
We have over the past 3 laps, that's for sure. I mean, they've gone through the thick and thin, haven't they? Here's the thick for the Cole and thin for the Mike, as Mike's going to breeze past. On the right hand side, the Staley Bridge boys swap.
call him as less room as possible. Then there's a move here. Whitey gets that P9 ahead of Stephen. It's still a point at the moment, Stephen. He's 5 seconds ahead of Ryan Mills, but Ryan Mills with them fresh off still got an opportunity to bring some points home here for the Haas drivers. Let's have a quick stay on Bobby Cole because he's closing on Mike. They're not giving up either of these two. But with the old tide, you'd expect Mike to probably hold on now.
I don't know what penalties
Kino as well,
but I am potentially expecting a Viper's going to win it.
Hobbsy on for a P4. He's closing the gap on Kino. Yeah. He's got 21 lap old hards.
Didn't Hobbsy have damage as well?
He did, but has he still got that damage? No, he's pitted now. But fair play to Kino. He's now done 21 laps on the old hards. If he can bring home a top 5,
he's not going to be overtaken by Mike.
No, if he can finish that. Oh, it's a big. Oh, haven't we seen that? We've both seen it. We've both seen it. And a penalty for Hobbsy. That could bring Mike right back into the mix for a top 5.
Hobbsy should have known that was going to happen.
Didn't need to do it. And could Kino be on for a top 4 now? With Hobbsy, 22 lap old hards.
Hobbsy didn't need to do that.
Well,
just patient.
Listen, if Kino Pirlo can finish his race with no punctures and get a top 4 with what would be 24, 25 lap old hards, how can you not give him driver of the day? That is incredible. Then Hobbsy there, he had a P4 in the bag.
I don't know the situation at the front, but I believe Jake would have to get 2 seconds ahead.
There's only 2 laps left and he's not done him yet. It's getting a bit tasty.
There's only, what, 3 minutes of racing to go? It's crazy how 3 minutes of racing needs 2 seconds.
5% he's not giving up here, Limmy.
It's 1.1. What's Jake's battery? Oh, it's bleak. It's bleak, that's a good word. Bleak. Also, the fight for the top 10, well, the 10th place, sorry.
Ryan Mills has lost it a little bit, I think.
Bleak. He has, but it's only 4 seconds. I think he has got a penalty, but the others have a lot. Smithy and Alfie having their own little battle here. Is Alfie going to try, excuse me, is Alfie going to try round turn 10? Smithy gets on the curb? No, I don't think. Oh, there's been an overtake.
Hobbsy's got him.
It's Hobbsy.
Oh, the puncture! And he's just gone past the pits! Oh my word, how unlucky! He's got to do a full lap of a puncture! Oh, you've got a feel for him. He had just after the pits! And that brings Ryan Mills in for a point! He's going to get a point! Oh, you've got a feel for him. You've got a feel for him.
Front. We have Vipers again. I told you!
Kino.
Something will happen with the heart.
Oh, it's so cruel. It is so cruel.
He had to chance it. Oh, no, he didn't. But
just
he did.
past the pits! And I think Mike's realised, and it's an easy overtake. Oh, wow. Kino. That F1 can be a cruel, cruel game.
To be fair...
He's getting DRS here, Kino.
Yeah, he's losing time, but he's still driving quick, so he could finish the race in 7th place.
Limit,
if he's willing
very
to
quickly
do
towards the front. Vipers Ken still leads with a lap to go. Jay Nero has DRS here. This could be huge.
It could be because Jay Nero needs to get ahead and get 2 seconds ahead. So here
he's going to get him.
He's not going to.
He's going to get him. Vipers Ken's going to hold on here.
He's not even moving. Vipers Ken stays
where's
on his
Kino
line.
Pirlo?
And can Jay Nero force it? He might have to force it. He's probably got a warning for cutting the turn 2 curb.
The last lap, and we've got a battle.
To do, go down to turn 8 and just smash it through a 3rd sector. The tyres are still relatively okay. 6 laps down the inside of turn 5. Is he going to try it round turn 6? Wheel to wheel for 2 race leaders. 2 completely different strategies.
Vipers didn't let him go.
The same thing, but Vipers is going
DRS though.
But he's got no DRS.
This is
and
it.
He's in big trouble here. Jay Nero, left-hand side. He's going to have the inside to turn 8. Now, can he pull away?
Oh, Vipers again!
Vipers is giving it
a there's damage. Oh, damage.
It's
damage.
on Vipers' car.
Left end plate.
Oh, no.
But he ain't doing up still.
He's got the hardest,
he's got
the hardest sector to do with damage. The hardest sector for Vipers.
He's not giving up, Vipers. He's giving it everything. He's giving it absolutely everything.
Vipers can.
Oh, fair play to him. He give it absolutely everything. But Jay Nero's going to hold on.
He needs to be careful though. He needs to be careful because Jake has a penalty, doesn't he?
I don't know. I thought he did it in the pits.
We'll find out.
Oh, he gave it everything, did Vipers Ken. Absolutely everything.
Maybe that moment was the race victory. Round the final corner
what
to
a race.
go. What a good French Grand Prix. Paul Ricard would have been happy with that. The line is at the end of a pit lane, so we'll wait as he crosses it. Jay Nero wins the French Grand Prix.
Just.
Here in Paul Ricard. And his teammate, very far behind, but is about to come through.
Only
with a
1 second
double
between them.
Alpha Tauri podium here in France.
Oh, Kino is 14th as well.
I don't want to say, I was just about to, I don't want to admit, but 2 laps to go. Kino gets a puncher. Hobbsy, 4th place. It was a recovery drive from a damage early on. Fair play. Can Mike overtake?
Oh! Penalty for Hobbsy unserved! He's got 4th!
Well, Mike does take 4th.
And Cole does as well!
Oh, by only 900ths of a second to Mike.
Oh,
900
White
of
gets
a
an
second.
8th.
Rainy Lamb
Stephen
gets
brings on
a
points.
P7.
Oh, wow. Ryan Mills gets 9th!
Yes! He
Wow,
does.
so debut points for Rainy Lamb. Oh, and Stephen doesn't get points. I just realised he's dropping a lot.
Cole missed out by just less than 1/10 of a second for the 4th place that Mike got.
What a race. What a race. I mean, tell you what, Monaco's got a little lot to lift up to tomorrow, hasn't it? Wow. Well, let's get on Bubba Kino Pillar. He deserves it. He finishes he crosses the line. It was so close to an exceptional race from Kino Perlo. He gets nothing. F1's a cruel, cruel game. Ryan Mills 99 driver a day according to the game. Well. I mean, there's a few up there, isn't there? Kino Perlo probably would have won it if he didn't have the puncture. But there is your winning. It's another win for J Nero. Just Vipers Ken give it absolutely everything and lost by a second. He gets 2nd place and Fabi Fenham gets home a P3. It's an Alpha Tauri celebration yet again. And the run for J Nero goes on. I think that's 5 in a row now, 6 in a row maybe. Goes into Monaco tomorrow and he's flying at the top. And Hobbsy, a quick word on Hobbsy, misses out on a podium yet again. Where is his form gone? He did it last season, Hobbsy. Midway through the season. It's happening again. But congratulations, J Nero, to Vipers. And look at the penalties. Look at the penalties. Wow.
After I did say it wouldn't go over 45, but we did have a safety car, so I was wrong. 45 minutes of Paul Ricard, and that's crazy. Only 2 of the top 10, Ken and Rainy Lamb, doing a one-stop strategy. Rainy Lamb, 13th to 7th on his debut.
Well done.
Could be a potential driver day, but
Ryan Mills though, 18th to 9th.
18th to 9th, and Mills was 3rd for the fastest lap. Which obviously Jano took
very
quite
quickly, Lemmy as well. If you look at who started in the top 3, Mike and Hobbsy didn't finish in the top 3. Mike started 2nd, came 4th. Hobbsy started 3rd and came 6th.
Only Jake and Cole were the only people to finish where they started.
Love that. But my driver of the day, to be honest with you, as good as Ryan Mills and Rainy Lamb in his first race to come in, start 30th and bring home a solid 7th for the Alpha team, who are bottom of constructors, but that's going to help them massively. He's superb. The Haas boys bringing on points again, though. Cole and Mills are not messing about. And we look forward to Monaco in less than 24 hours, which is,
it was a great race. I just want to say, though, before we go, because other things have come up in my life, it will be my last commentary until the final weekend for Monaco tomorrow. So please do join us, and I will promise I will be as entertaining as possible, and we will have a very good night with at least a 16-17 car grid at the moment, with potential more to come. So that is literally going to be like an F2, F3 race. It's going to be an absolute madness. It's going to be a very long 39 laps as well.
Yeah, I mean, we're good to losing Limmy after tomorrow. He definitely makes it, but I'll do my best on my own. We'll enjoy tomorrow, and then we'll look forward to next weekend. But let's focus on tomorrow first. It's the one I look forward to the most, and I think the drivers, it's kind of like Marmite Monaco, and you either love it or you hate it. I mean, you can't not love Monaco. It's just a unique circuit, and it's going to be great. So please make sure you're here tomorrow night, same time at 10:30. We'll go again in Monaco. Congrats to J Nero for another win tonight, and we will see you in less than 24 hours' time. For what should, I mean, it better not let us down now. I mean, it could let us down and be an awful race, but I mean, it's France up there. It's got to be up there after tonight. That was superb, absolutely superb. But there you go. That got to show the quality of these drivers and what they can deliver. It was a superb race. Congrats to the top 3. Congrats to everyone who finished with points tonight. My driver today is Rainy Lamb. There you go. See you tomorrow for Monaco. Thank you again, Limit. Good night.
Good night.